Hi guys, I'm sure last week was awesome, and I'm sure we made some mistakes, but that's okay. Really, that is okay. This is a new week, and we have another opportunity to make it right. We have another opportunity to get it right. Let's just know what it is we want to do. Anyway, I'm not here to give you advice, so I'm going to talk about myself. So growing up, after school and all that, I got this job, and when I went for the interview, I saw how everyone was dressed. Looking really nice, and I just thought to myself, this office I'm coming to, I'm going to show them style. Okay, and I tried though. Honestly, I did. I tried to dress well, but just me looking at those pictures, I think it was hideous. Anyway, leave that. So I was trying, to give it to them hot. Then there was this meeting, there was a presentation we had. We had this presentation, and there was this lady in the office who dressed so well. Where you be silently beefing someone for no reason of just like, this person, when I try to do like this, give them this style, she comes in and it was like, this girl was really giving me a run for my money. Okay, so we had that presentation, both of us were going to present. So I just thought to myself, this time I must get it. I must win her at this competition that was in. So I did not have money. I wasn't even sure I was going to eat that week. But no problem. I went to the market. I called a friend of mine who, we all have this friend. We all have a friend. Everyone has a friend who's into clothes business. And those are our friends. Their clothes can really be expensive. I'm not spoiling their market, but it is what it is. And I called my friend, and because I do not like to owe, I paid lots of money for this dress. By the time I'm doing this presentation, and I just said to my friend that there's this girl, she's always acting as if her own is even more than. In fact, I want to dress in such a way that all the attention will be on me. Can you just imagine that miserable life? And after all my dressing, I even got someone to help me with my makeup, because when I thought I was going to do that makeup on, that's talk for another day. I thought I stepped in, and I met her. Oh my goodness, I just felt like, what exactly is happening here? Was she listening in on our conversation? Am I being recorded? Is someone giving her updates? Because, man, girl slayed. At the end of the day, nobody spoke about the close window. What that mattered were our presentations, which by the way were awesome. And listening to her, I realized she had stuff. She had content. She was an original. And I decided to put away foolishness and started listening to her. Guess what? The dress I bought, I paid with money that I did not have. The girl was running a business. So, there's no need for a vote. We don't even need a vote. The most foolish or the only foolish person in that competition, self-acclaimed competition, because I was in a competition with myself. Now it sounds funny looking back on it, because I learned from her. Have I stopped that foolishness? Yes, I've stopped the competing, because it's needless. It's really needless. But I'm still working on the buying things that I don't need. Still working on it, but I'm making great progress. So I say this to point to the fact that the society seems to be all fixed. There are certain things that we must do. There are certain ways we must act. Like once you're done with school, the next thing is to get a job. And when you get your job, the first thing we say is, you need to get a house of your own. You can't be living with your parents. You can't be living with your parents. It doesn't depict you as a big girl or a big boy. Why are you not driving your car? You should drive your own car. Everyone should have a car in Lagos. We get all those, or in Nigeria or anywhere else. Having a car, first of all, is a status thing. It shows that you're no longer that small boy in school. Or for my dear sisters, you need to get that shoe. The Louis Vuitton wannabe. Yes, I seem to have a flair for Louis and a wardrobe makeover. So we put all these things on ourselves suck because that seems to be what the society has shown to us. That's what we see on the media. People need to know that you're working. And sometimes we tell ourselves that lie of pay yourself. Pay yourself by need to get a new dress or a new shoe or a new handbag, to dazzle your fans. Okay. So I read something in the Bible. I know I read something in the Bible, but I'm going to paraphrase it. I'm actually going to paraphrase it. It says, don't build your house and establish your home until your fields, which is your business or businesses, are ready and you are sure that you can consistently earn from it. What does this say? I'm going to use the businessman for this analogy, and you find this more predominant in the East. You will see an Igbo man. The man has one shop. That one shop he has one shoe, he has one shirt, and most times you have that red shirt. He has that red shirt on maybe brown trousers, a brown pair of pants. He has those two things. And that man will wear that thing. Every day you come to that shop, you can almost describe the man by those clothes. You can almost describe him by those clothes. Have a car for what? From that one shop, he will get another one shop. Maybe at that point, by the time he has a second shop, he can add sandals to his shoes. You get. Then he will have the third shop. With the third shop, he will then add a pair of maybe blue pants. So he has his red shirt, he has his blue and brown pants, he has his shoe, his red shoe, and then he has his sandals. With 3 shops in the market. No house. So his shop may be in certain part of the market, and his house, he'll be living in a face me, I face you thing, or in one room. Or in some cases, I've seen cases where he's sleeping in one of the shops. At this point, he has boys. Maybe in each of the shops, he has like 2 boys. I'm just being modest here for him on his behalf. The man builds more shops. At this time now, he has more shirts to mix with his pants collection. And he's still flying his Okada. He still does not have a car. He still does not have a car. At this point, Chinedu, Emeka, Anayo, and the rest of them have joined him. And he has shops everywhere in the market. Eventually, by the time he has had like 5 shops or so, he can now have a house. The house is a very modest home, a very modest house, where he does not pay so much as rent for. But maybe at this point now he's living in a flat. Maybe. I'm not sure I stand to be corrected. The man would have built his business to the point where even where he is not around, and he has trained his boys that even when he's not around, his boys are running things. All the shops have the same standard. They have the same amount of stock. They have the same customer service. They have the same style of service. Before the man would think of even going to get married. That is what the evil man does. And then build a house. And when he builds that his house, oh my God, when he builds that his house, it is a standard house. But his business does not suffer because of it. So his business is even stronger. His businesses are growing stronger. He's branching into more things. If he started with spare parts, he has moved into buying actual cars and selling. If he started with selling soap, now he has mixed it into skincare and the rest of it. But guess what? My own guys, we are the westernized ones, the ones who have gone to school and all of that. I'm not calling names here. When you come out of school, you don't even your dad will call you and say, you're out of school now. You're out of school. I mean, you studied medicine, studied engineering. They need to know. First thing, you go and buy a car. Because you have to show them. Or you move out of your father's house because you are now a man. So you have the car, you have the house. You are paying rent. You are servicing car. Do you have a business? No, you have a job. So what happens when the storms of life come? Because they come. The storms of life come to everybody. Everybody, good or bad. We all face the storms of life. Let's say your office is downsizing, as clearly happened in the last couple of months. What then happens to your business? What then happens to the things that you have bought? Because we'll buy a car. I've heard people say, I've even said it to myself, I've been guilty of it, to say, oh, a car is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Says who? What do you need a car for? To move from point A to point B. The moment you drive, even if it's a new car you bought, the moment you drive that car out of the dealership, value has been lost. You cannot sell that same car for the same value. You cannot, except by a miracle. You cannot sell that car for the same price. So would you then want to get to the point where you are selling what you have in order to survive? At that point, you then ask yourself, why then did you start by buying liabilities? Why didn't you build your business? Why didn't you build your business? Why didn't you start with something? I'm not saying everyone must be an entrepreneur. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everybody should go into business. But when you are earning that income, when you have that income, you are earning it, what makes you feel the first thing to do is to buy a car? So those are liabilities. When you project things, we must always make deliberate decisions. We shouldn't make spur of the moment decisions about things, especially the money that we work for. Down the line, do a projection. Down the line, how much is this car going to be worth? What value is it adding to me? Oh yes, it is good to have a car. Don't get me wrong. It is good to have a car. It makes life easier. It does make life easier. But where is your own business? Where is your saving? How much have you saved? If you are called upon today, how much can you produce? Someone will say, oh, you're talking, but I don't have a good job. I have a job that pays me only 30,000 naira. So what? Start from where you are. If all you can save in 2 weeks, in 1 month, is 1,000 naira, save it. Saving it takes discipline. It takes courage to save, but save nevertheless. Save nevertheless. And when you put a money in, please, for heaven's sake, leave it alone. We've heard people say that I started saving, I saved 5,000 naira at the end of week 1. I'm proud to say I've spent it all. Now who live? Had this or those things. One has to be alive to eat the money. No. Save. I'm going to come to the benefits of saving, or the opportunities that savings can bring you into. I'm going to come into it. I'm going to talk about it later. But we need to understand value. All those shoes you are buying, you're covering your body, which is beautiful. I mean, it's good to look good. Looking good is good business. I believe in that. It is good business. But all the clothes you are buying, to what end? Aside from investing, when I even say invest, I'm not just talking about building a business. How much have you invested in your mind? When last did you read a book? When last? How many resource materials do you have? Now I'm being serious. How many resource materials do you have? Are you buying books? And are you reading the books? Because sometimes we buy books and we just keep them. But are you actually reading those books? We must begin to count the cost. We must begin to understand, to make deliberate decisions about our lives. We cannot continue to play it all away. No. There is time to play. There must be deliberate actions that we take to make things happen, to make things right. When you start, it may look difficult, like someone who's trying to lose weight. I mean, you're trying to eat healthy. It's like when I said I'm still on it, by the way. I'm still on it. I tried to get into the fit farm thing. Oh my God, 3 hours later, I was crying for help. 3 hours later, I was crying for help. But of course, by the time I exercised the first time, and like the next day, I could not walk, and I had to call in sick and all that. Forget that. Leave that one. That's not. What I'm actually saying is, these things do not come on their own. It's like someone who's trying to bake a cake. You have to put in effort. You have to You have to take steps. Even walking to the kitchen, walking to your baking side, walking up to do, you have to do something. So let's become assets conscious. Let's begin to think of what we can do. If all you want to do is buy books, it is still good. Yes, it's good to save, but buy books. There are places where you can get cheap books. Thank God online you can buy books. Let your phone not just be for pinging and chatting, and it's good to communicate with people, but what are you communicating? Who are your friends? How much time do you spend on them? How much energy are you putting into them? What are you getting? Everything should be done deliberately. What are the returns? Yes, everything should be looked at as business, not because you're looking for monetary gain, but returns. When I sit down with you and I discuss with you, what do I live with? What value are you adding to me? What value am I giving to you? Am I someone who, when people come to me and discuss with me, do they live better than they came? If you don't know what your purpose is in life, you can start with that. You say, you know what? I'm going to change lives, one life at a time. I'm going to first start and say, you know what? Everyone who comes to me, I'm going to leave the person with something that will give the person food for thought. I'm going to ask questions. We need to start being deliberate. We really need to start being deliberate. Because time is a leveler. You can make excuses today. You can blame someone tomorrow. You can put it all on the government. But every time you spend complaining, every time you spend giving excuses, you spend giving those wonderful reasons why you did not do what you were supposed to do. It's TikTok. The time is going. You're spending time complaining. The time does not wait. It is going. If you stop your wall clock, you stop your wristwatch from working, time is still going. Morning is not going to stop. The evening will come. Morning will come again. And time is a revealer. It eventually shows those who actually did something and those who just let time while away. Which side are you going to be playing on? Which side will you be found on? How long are you going to remain on one spot? How long is every other person going to take the blame for what you were supposed to get or what you were supposed to do? When are you going to make up your mind to stop trying to impress people who do not care and build your life? When are you actually going to embrace discomfort for a season that your future may be brighter? Let us be wise. Wisdom is the principal thing. And the good thing is, as money is a defense, so is wisdom a defense. But even much more beautiful is the fact that wisdom can give life where money cannot. Let's spend our time wisely. Let's spend our time deliberately. Let's become more deliberate about the things we do and about the relationships we keep. And trust me, we'll be grateful that we took this step today. Thank you for listening. Share your thoughts with me. Let me know where you disagree, and let me also know what it is you think we should actually be talking about. And then, until then, keep winning.